Welcome to Somerset Weekly Wrap-Up for the week of December 9th to December 15th. Former Selectman Steve Monis, who also lives at the corner of Brayton Point Road and Jackson Avenue, came to the Selectmen's meeting on Tuesday to tell the board it has to do something about the large trucks full of scrap metal that are speeding on Brayton Point Road as they are going to and from the Brayton Point Commerce Center. Both Selectman Kathy Souza and Selectman Alan Smith said that Police Chief Todd Costa has been working on the situation. Souza said that an electronic sign that records speeds of vehicles coming towards it will be put on Brayton Point Road. Motors said when that sign was on the road before, it was effective in slowing down the trucks. A land court judge recently decreased the limit of trucks that are allowed to go to the Commerce Center from 50 trucks per day to 40 trucks per day. By a 4-1 vote, the Somerset School Committee on Monday night approved of the 8th grade trip to Washington, D.C. in June. There were some concerns related to COVID-19 during the committee's discussion about the trip, specifically that if a student tested positive for COVID in the nation's capital, he or she would have to quarantine there for 10 days. Another issue that was brought up had to do with what would happen if a student had symptoms of COVID, but his or her parents would not consent to a test. The school committee will receive another update on the trip in February and noted that COVID-19 issues related to the trip could change before June when the trip is held. School Superintendent Jeffrey Schoonover said that he hopes to start the COVID-19 Test and Stay program just after the new year. He said that will depend on supplies and staffing for the program. The program allows for testing of close contacts in the schools. If the close contacts test negative for COVID-19 that day, they can go to in-person classes. Parental consent is required for the testing. The goal of the program is to keep as many students in school as much as possible during the pandemic. The annual Wreaths Across America ceremony will be held this Saturday, December 18th at noon at the Slades Ferry Avenue Park. This year's ceremony will be dedicated to Vietnam War veterans. Members of each branch of the military will place wreaths during the ceremony that will also include the national anthem and the singing of America the Beautiful, Amazing Grace, and Go Rest High on That Mountain. After the ceremony, volunteers will fan out to the town cemeteries to put wreaths on the graves of veterans. In sports, the Somerset Berkeley Regional High School boys basketball team defeated Mount Hope 56-46 in its first game of the season on Wednesday. For the Blue Raiders, senior forward Ethan Diaz had 27 points and 21 rebounds. Freshman point guard Brendan McDonald had 12 points, all in the second half. The Somerset Berkeley Regional High School girls basketball team beat Mount Hope 50-33 on Wednesday. Gabriella Nugent led the Blue Raiders with 14 points, while Lily Buron had 8 points. Allie Powers had 7 points, and sisters Mia and Lily Gentile had 7 points each. The Somerset Berkeley Regional High School ice hockey team beat Diamond 10-1 on Wednesday to advance to the championship game of the Prenda Cup tournament. For the Blue Raiders, Noah Taylor had a goal and 4 assists. Nate Mello had 2 goals and 2 assists. Goalie Brandon Silver had 15 saves in the game. Thank you for tuning in to Somerset Weekly Wrap-Up. We will see you next week with news from around Somerset.